on the 912 going down the straight, and he really does lose it going through the infield here with the assistance of a bit of traffic now and then.
We're supposed to get off the headsets here in 10 minutes, but with Tandy coming, I might just squat here for a little while because Tandy's coming now. 9.5 seconds. Vanthoor still applying pressure, not immediate pressure, but keeping the pressure on the BMW.
I mean, to give you an idea, 9.12 seconds. I'm going to look on the little map thingy over here to see where they all are, the 912 and the 911. So while one goes in the horseshoe, one's going through the king. Hold it. And then the other one's going through the horseshoe. That's what 9 seconds looks like in real time. You know, it's quite incredible as we look up high here.
And Tandy's last lap was within 5 seconds of the fast lap of the race in that car, too, much like Van der Zande. So, and that looks like Bourdais has responded. Bourdais is still holding the gap at 49 seconds with Van der Zande.
Be tough to be a betting man at the top of any of these classes.
Ray has found him. Our third place Porsche.
Yeah, it'd be great in a minute
Brakes
to get
glowing, exhaust right in front of the rear wheel glowing.
I mean, you're right about that exhaust there. You'd just think it would putting heat onto that rear tire, but there, I guess it doesn't. I wonder what the temperature is in the air when it comes out.
But they've calculated the trade-off. There's obviously a benefit from it. Some of the benefit is probably weight. Short exhaust versus long exhaust all the way out to the back. Maybe it allows a slightly bigger diffuser because it's not going. All these trade-offs and consideration. There's no question that's putting heat onto the rear tire.
Yeah.
Corvette's gone the other way. Corvette had side exhaust all these years. Now they've gone to rear exhaust.
Partially some of the noise acoustic change. I mean, look at the 912 really hustles up. I mean, Vanthoor is able to get right up on the
saving, still out of the gas, then to the brakes.
They're running to a pretty preordained mission statement right now from their teams. I have no doubt that both could push harder if they needed to, but why would you right now? They're pushing on the envelope comfortably ahead. But I wouldn't want Tandy to get within my firing range.
Tandy didn't get that memo. He has one speed.
He does have one speed. I know. But right now, you've got to say, Tommy, if you're Tandy, you know that to join that fight will shift there.
In Vanthoor's defense, Vanthoor, I think, has concluded, I could be running 10-10s, and I'm not getting around the BMW. So why not run? He's still running 10-10s in the corners, but why not save a little fuel and run the exact same speed, use less fuel, less wear and tear, and so forth? Because when we see the mid-range acceleration of the BMW, he's probably concluded now's not the time to use the car up. Fuel save here as well. It's so funny how this all the races are different. They're interesting for different reasons. We got a bunch of restarts and a bunch sprints to see if the balance has changed or something like that. This one with no yellows, to me, is just as interesting, more nuanced perhaps, and it maybe to the more seasoned race watcher, they're like us saying, "Oh my God, look at this! It ekes out a little bit, goes one way, goes this way." To say these 3 hours have flown by, and I really got wrapped up in it, but it is time for us to hand the mic back to the regulars, the real pros. We will continue. Oh, big hop of the curb. Monster got too much curb coming into chicane. Coverage will continue on the NBC Sports app, but we're going to be back on NBCSN at the top of the hour, so we're going to be saying goodbye here soon, but thanks for letting us
I'm not going.
You're not going.
No, you know, because I didn't wear these pajamas for nothing. And do you know what? But I did feel the shadow of greatness just a minute ago. I felt like when I used to sneak into my dad's office and I'd be like reading his Autosport on his desk, I just felt that same pressure as when he came in. Because Lee Diffie and Calvin just came in. So I know that you know, it's like omnipresent, you know. But I have to say, this has been a lot of fun, and Track Pass is truly what race fans have wanted for years, and it is the opportunity to watch this race flag to flag, and the combination of NBC allowing you to watch on all their various platforms, and what a great way. I have one of my friends who said he was on his way to his girlfriend's house in LA, and he could carry on watching the 24 because he left his big TV and went on. So it's working for everybody. Look at the 912 right up his chuff. That is gorgeous.
And while this is happening, Krohn is definitely coming back, and Tandy now under 7 seconds. So Vantor starting to apply the pressure, and here comes Nick Tandy in the 911. We saw Krohn vomit into the chicane. We're going to say goodbye. We'll be watching on the app.
You know what? It has been an honor and pleasure. TK, we can now go and grab a little bit of sleep. Guys, thanks for watching. We're going to hand it over to the pros. See you back down on the talk show.
Daytona is one of the holy grails. You're trying to be part of history.
It's one of the races that you want to be able to say, A, you've competed in, and B, if you're lucky enough, to say you've been able to win it.
This is one of the races that I am desperate to win.
This is our biggest race of the year. This is the most important one for me to win.
The stars from all over the motorsports world are here in abundance.
Many incredible drivers coming from all over the world to try to get that watch.
There we go, boys. Oh, beautiful.
When the green flag drops, even though it's a 24-hour race, we're at full tilt.
You can't win the race in the first corner, but that goes completely out the window in the first hour.
You constantly have the nerves going because you know this is a huge race.
The best racing in the world. It is so competitive. It is so tight.
They call it an endurance race, but it's really a 24-hour sprint race. It's very demanding on the drivers and the teams. It's the perfect combination of man and machine.
24 hours worth of battle.
In Daytona, if it's a crash, it's normally a big one.
The most magical time in the race car is at night.
The level required of attention is much higher.
In a weird way, it's peaceful, and you really have to focus. The smallest lapse in concentration can really put you out of the race.
You're so hyper-focused, trying to just look for anything you can see. That's just trying not to hit something. Then we got to try to go fast.
When the sun comes up, this is the business time of the race. Is the car still okay? Are you still in contention? And if you are, then you know it's a sprint race from that point on.
It's quite calm for 21 hours, and then the last 3 are quite tough.
The last hour seems like it lasts a month.
This is one of those races where no one remembers who finished second. It's all about getting that win.
It is always a pleasure and exciting to say good morning from Daytona. Yes.